Good morning, students. So today we are going to study about taxonomic categories. In the last class, I've already mentioned that today we are going to study about the topics like taxonomic hierarchy, taxonomic relationships, etc. So let's start checking out all of them one by one. First is, what is taxonomic category? What is taxonomic category? First, let's study the definition. It is a part of overall taxonomic arrangement where each category represents a particular rank. It is a part of overall taxonomic arrangement where each category represents a particular rank. So, if we draw the taxonomic arrangement like this. So these are the taxonomic categories. So these are the taxonomic categories. And what is taxonomic hierarchy? All of these categories, when taken together, it constitutes of taxonomic hierarchy. So what is taxonomic hierarchy? All of these categories, when taken together, they constitute taxonomic hierarchy. Now let us understand what is taxon. Each taxonomic category, that is each taxonomic category are also referred to as, sorry for the spelling here students, also referred to as unit of classification, which represents a rank and which is commonly known as taxon. So these can be also referred to as taxon. Now let us study the hierarchical order or the relationship of taxonomic ranks. So in the descending order, if we go, first is domain, then kingdom, then phylum, then class, then order, family, genus, and species. So first is domain, then kingdom, then phylum, then class, then order, family, genus, species. So how I used to remember it in my childhood or in my school days is that I don't know how these alphabets are so rhyming, but you can try. It's D, K, P, C, O, F, G, S. Another time, let's do it together. D, K, P, C, O, F, G, S. D, K, P, C, O, F, G, S. Let us write it once. D, K, P, C, O, F, G, S. Okay, another time. D, K, P, C, O, F, G, S. Okay, one last time. D, K, P, C, O, F, G, S. And till now, I think it has already created some kind of rhyming effect in your mind. So what is D? D is domain, K is kingdom, P is phylum, C is class, O is order, F is family, G is genus, and S is species. So now what we are going to learn? We are going to learn these things in a little bit more elaborate manner. Okay, so now let us study the individual taxonomic ranks or taxons little bit more elaborately. So first we are going to start with species. Which are the organisms that can be grouped into a single species? This is like organisms with very close relation, with very high fundamental similarities only can be grouped in a single species. For example, tomato, which falls under Solanum tuberosum. So here, what is the genus? Solanum, and the specific epithet is tuberosum. So, if potatoes are completely put into the species that is tuberosum, that means they have very strong similarity. This group has very strong similarity with each other, so they are grouped under this species, that is tuberosum. Okay, so there are maybe minor difference which we can tell as varieties or var, but mostly taxonomic hierarchy ends in species, and all the organisms grouped under a single species have very high similarity as well as fundamental similarity. For example, potato and tomato both are under Solanum, but we know no, that potato and tomato are much different from each other. Look wise, morphology wise, taste wise, everything. So, these two, although in the same genus, they are in different species. But in a single species, each organism shares very high similarity and identity. Next, let us come to genus. Genus is a group of related species, has more character in common in comparison to other species of other genera, but not that much common as in case of species, Okay, so here there are common characters, obviously, because otherwise they wouldn't have been grouped in the same genus, but it is like not that much identical as in the same species. For example, again, both potato and tomato are of same genera Solanum, because although their species are different, they are not that different as from Panthera tigris or Panthera leo. Understood? What is Panthera tigris? Tiger, and Panthera leo is lion. So, potato and tomato are different. So, they are into different species. But not even that different, like as they are from Panthera tigris or Panthera leo. So, they could be grouped under the same genus. Okay. So, now let us see family. What about family? Family is a group of related genera. So, family is higher up. This is species, this is genus, this is family. This is family, this is genus, and this is species. So, what is family? Family is group of related genera. These are characterized both on basis of vegetative and reproductive features. For example, in case of plants, Solanum, Petunia, Datura, all are a part of Solanaceae. And in case of animals, Panthera and Felis both are part of Felidae. Felis is cat. Panthera is tiger. Okay. So, but both of them are part of Felidae. Now, let us come to order. Another step up in the taxonomic hierarchy. This is order. Order is what? This is assemblage of families with few similar characters. We can see that as we move higher up in the taxonomic hierarchy, the similarities are actually decreasing. As we move higher up, similarities are actually decreasing. Okay. So this is basically assemblage of families with few similar characters based on aggregate of characters. That is, overall character similarity is taken to group them into a same order. For example, order Carnivora has both the families Felidae and Canidae, that is consisting of canines, and Felidae we understood it is of Panthera and Felis. So Carnivora is a larger set which consists of both Felidae and Canidae. Therefore, we can say species is a subset of genus, genus is a subset of families, and families is subset of order. So clear till this point? We are also going to do several MCQs based on this chapter. Let me just complete it today and then we will directly go for the MCQs. So now we are interested in class. So what was, let me draw that picture once again. Species, genus, family, order, now class. Species, genus, family, order, class. So OFGS is done. Now DKPC will be done in the rest of the lecture. So class is related orders grouped together. Class is related order grouped together. For example, primata or primates. They comprise monkey, gorilla and gibbon. They contain monkey, gorilla and gibbon. Okay. So, and carnivora consists of tiger, cat, dog, because I have just now mentioned that carnivora has both Felidae and Canidae. But they both can be included under the class Mammalia. They can be both included under the class Mammalia. Primata consisting of monkey, gorilla, gibbon, and carnivora consisting of tiger, cat, dog can be included in the class Mammalia. So next we will study about phylum. Next we will study about phylum. These are related class grouped together. These are related class grouped together. So we can say that class is a subset of phylum. For example, classes like birds, fishes, amphibians, mammals all come under phylum Chordata. How? Because chordata has notochord and also dorsal hollow neural system. Has notochord and also dorsal hollow neural system. And this all phylums can be aggregated together in kingdom. So we are a part of kingdom Animalia, and we are supported very much by kingdom Plantae. Okay, so today we are going to end our lecture here. Our next aim is MCQ. Our next aim is MCQs that we are going to solve tomorrow. So thank you. And if you like the videos or the lectures, then you can surely do share, subscribe or like. Thank you once again.